let's talk about, I'm so cheesy. Drum roll, please. All right, let's talk about nighttime routines for manifesting your desires. I'm really, really big in this. What you do matters. What you do every single day adds up. Look at eating well. Proof's in the pudding. Look at going to the gym. You go hardly, you don't get results. You do it every day, you get results. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there, okay? There's things that you can do energetically that are working too. Just because you can't witness it with your physical eye does not mean it's not there. So there are several things that I teach my clients, and I teach them because I personally do them, to manifest the things that are waiting to emerge through. A lot of it, again, is being in the energy of. We know like attracts like. So when we become her, our inner feminine beast, our highest versions, and we act like her, be in the energy of her, and surrender into that feeling, is when we can really attract the physical things that align with that feeling. Remember, aligned thoughts plus aligned feelings plus aligned actions get us the aligned results. It's a simple formula. If you're not having the thoughts, you're not going to get the aligned results. If you're not, look at that, that's a rhyme. If you're not having the aligned thoughts, you're not getting the aligned results. I like that. It has to be all three concepts to get the aligned result. So there's things that you can do that help you to do all three: the feelings, the thoughts, and the actions, to get what you desire as the outcome. One of the things that I've done that has drastically changed my life, I've taught about it. We've had master classes about it, but sometimes you have to hear it again. And this is something that I beg my clients to do. It seems in the beginning like, Cynthia, are you making this up? Until you do it. Unshakable faith. It's trusting, it's knowing, it's doing the work. I've had clients come to me literally in Voxer support with my one-on-one work, which, by the way, may I remind you, you'll see Karina posting about that. She has the links available for you too. We are on the wait list. We have spots opening in November for one-on-one work with me, whether that's through mindset work, energy work, embodiment work, accountability, or even business consulting. We have that opportunity. So we'll meet a few times a month. And then we also have Voxer support Monday through Thursday, where I can literally be with you, supporting you all the time. Okay, so that is available. But anyway, I've had my one-on-one clients leave me Voxers in full tears, just saying, holy shit, Cynthia, like, I was skeptical, which is fine. You're allowed to be skeptical, but also be vulnerable and be willing. I was skeptical at first. I didn't think this is going to happen. Like, there's no way that I thought like this is going to come true, but as exactly as you helped me to write it, it happened. You need to understand, you truly are the director of your life. You write this script. This life is created for you, by you. You are made in the image of the Creator. You are creating all of this. The way you choose to look at the world is how you define it in your reality. I like to use that fun example. You've probably heard me do it before. You guys, if you're watching here, let me know what you think. Ready? What first comes to you when you hear the words black cat? What's the first thing? Don't guess, dabble, second think. Oh, I don't know. Boom. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the words black cat? Very often you'll think witches. You'll think Halloween. Very often one of the answers is superstition, bad luck. But then you'll also get people who say, like Linda, Lucy, I'm sure that's her cat. You'll hear, yeah, exactly. Christine says superstitious. Yeah. But you'll hear people say cute, cuddly, companion, love. How do you get witches and evil and, superstitious with luck, cuddly, and cute? The cat itself never changed. It's your outlook, the way you choose to perceive the cat, that defines it in your reality. The cat is just a fucking cat. A cute cat, a bad cat, doesn't matter. It's a cat. The way that you look and decide to interpret it is what it means in your world. You could be looking at everything differently. It's your power behind it that you define it. So as the director of your life, several things. One, you need to understand the power of your word. I'm a woman of my word. I always say that, which means it doesn't matter if you have a contract with me or not. My word is way more way more important than any sign signature, because if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something. If I say I'll be there, I'll be there. If I say I'm going to get it done, I get it done. I don't dabble. I don't try. I don't figure out. I own it. I claim it. And I understand that my word is law. So when I want to work with the laws of the universe, I command the outcome by saying it is so. And if I say it is so, then it is done. And so I'm very, very careful about the words that I speak. And I'm very intentional and powerful with the words that I use. God said, let there be light. When creating this universe, said, your voice is a powerful vibration. It's a frequency that affects everything around you. You're emitting your truth and you're defining reality through what you say. Are you speaking like her? Are you seductive? Are you attractive to the things you desire? What kind of relationship are you building through your words with money? Does money want to come to you, or do you talk shit about money all the time? Yeah, I got money, but it's not enough. Yeah, I have money, but I mean, there it goes. I got to leave it. I hear women all the time say, oh, I only had a $30,000 month because I had $20,000 in bills and made, the other 30 I get to keep because I had a 50,000. I'm like, you had a $50,000 month, not a 30,000. Celebrate the 50, because guess what? 20,000 is the cost of doing business. And we celebrate that money going out because that's somebody else receiving. You want people to be excited to pay you, then you need to be excited to pay other people. It's a mirror effect. What kind of relationship do you have? What are you saying? Are you attracting the things that you desire through your powerful word? Well, I've decided to take this very serious. Nobody told me to do this. I don't know where I came up with this. I'm sure I'm not the first person to think of this, but this came to me. And I began to really take it serious as being the director of my life. I have journals galore, okay? I can turn around. Look, I have a journal here. Let's see. Golly, look at this. Oh my gosh. So I have a journal here. I have a journal here. I have a journal here. I have a little one that goes to me. This is from my friend Kimberly. Thank you, Kimberly. I have a journal here, and I have a journal over here. This one is from from Tara, my mentor. But this one is my nighttime one. I have ones for work. I have ones for ideas. I have one for gratitude. I have one for synchronicities. I have ones for my desires. I have all these different things, but this is my nighttime one. All right. So the topic is nighttime routines for manifesting. What I do every single month, and teach my clients this. So this is some in-depth shit you're getting right here, okay? That people are investing a lot to hear, but I want to share this with you. Every single month, we create what's called our monthly vision board. Now, if you're somebody that's known about this and you haven't created your October one, why? Why? I'm telling you, this works. You need to hold yourself accountable or have somebody help you to do that. But every single month you have your monthly vision board. Now, not a yearly vision board, not this very abstract, someday maybe I'll vision board, but what am I going to achieve this month? And you put things on there that are several months out, feels like several months out, but you make it a focus. And every single day you sit down and you say, what am I going to do? What are the top things that I can do today to move forward to those steps? If you guys saw in September alone, we booked a castle in Scotland. I took my children to Disney World. We bought Disney passes. We went twice this past month. I booked my birthday vacation, and I'm treating all of my girlfriends to the accommodations. I got tickets to Hamilton and invited my mom to go there. I just booked Washington, D.C. a whole week for Christmas. We made our Thanksgiving plans. I'm going with Kimberly to Sedona next week. Like, we did all these things in September. We booked all of it because I had it on my board. Check, 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 check. I'm a woman of my word. If I say I am, then I am. But I use this as a guidance system to really help me to remember where does my focus need to go. It's like a magic wand, right? Boop. Tis the season after all. Boop. Wherever the focus goes is where the momentum goes. What are you focusing on? Are you like this? Oh, someday maybe I'll board, or like, this is what I'm going to do this month board. When I sit down, this is what I'm going to do. Because when I do these things, it's through serving other people that I'm going to achieve it. And when I give to other people, I'm allowed to receive. So I use this board. I create that board, and then what happens is I write a letter to God. Now, just as a reminder, I say God. I love God. I'm very comfortable with the word God. If you prefer a different word, you can replace it in your mind, okay? If you like universe, if you like source, if you like science, I don't care like what you want to call it, okay? It's just a word. But for me, I write a letter to God. And in this letter, I always write 1 month from now. So if for my October board, I wrote in November. And I say, God, I don't know how. Don't know how we did it, but I'm not questioning it. Through you and through my unshakable faith, through your support, through your love, unconditional love, your guidance, we did it. As my partner, we did it. And as an alignment with her, we did it. We were able to achieve, and I sit there and I write it out. Everything that I had on my board, I write as if though I've already accomplished it. And I pour my heart out and I have so much fun, and I'm writing a real thank you letter as if it already happened. I'm playing with my imagination. I'm giving myself permission to be free of limitation. I allow myself to dream and have curiosity and not have any judgment, and nobody else reads this book. This is my safe space. There's no judgment here, and I allow myself to let myself go, and there's power in journaling. Do you understand? When you journal, you're creating space. Remember, ask, know, make room, receive. I'm allowing these things to come out, and what I'm also doing is I'm training my ego to shut the hell up. I'm training it to show it. I can take something from the non-physical and put it in physical right here, right now. That's the beauty of journaling. And as you all know, I'm a Disney fan. I love him. What does he always say? He says, if you can dream it, you can do it. I know this is backwards for you, but I'm telling you what it says. If you can imagine it, it is real. How else are you experiencing it? So I imagine it like no other. I come up with the most beautiful ideas, the most amazing things. Y'all, I just booked a fucking castle. Like, sorry, I'm F-bombing a lot today, but because there's like emotion here, like a castle. It started here. Like here. It started here. So I write this letter, and it's a really in-depth letter, and it comes from my heart. And it's a thank you of gratitude, because when you give thanks, you receive more things to be thankful for. Then at nighttime, I read the same letter over and over and over. Now, this question I get asked a lot. Do you keep adding to it? Do you keep adding to it? No. I'll add to it next month. Because that's kind of like going to the restaurant and be like, hey, can I please have a filet mignon? Yes, of course. May I also have macaroni and cheese? May I also have mashed potatoes? Can I also have, it's like, let me put your order in. Like, do you want me to like actually go put it in, or do you want me to keep getting the list of things and hold me up at the table? I put my order in. I'm very firm about it. I feel it, and I let it go do its thing. I let the server go, do what he has to do. I don't check on the chef to see if he's, making it right. I don't see if he put the order in correctly. I don't sit there and ask him if he's doing his job and, if he needs help behind there, and did he tap on the machine the right way? Let me check. Is it good? No, we don't do that. Okay. I sit there and I enjoy my glass of wine and my company and the ambiance, and I know that it's coming to me exactly the way they ordered it. So that's what I do here. I read this letter every single night, and I feel the feels. I allow myself to get out of my ego, and I allow myself to surrender and embody the energy of what it feels like to be there. I go there in my mind. My Maserati started in this notebook. Like, I smelled the smell of the Italian leather seats, and I journaled about it. I picked the color. I talked about rubbing the emblem with my fingers, because I used to drive a Mazda. I still have my Mazda. That's my mom car that I beat up like crazy. But I used to like go to the M. It kind of goes like this, and I would go like this and make it look like the Triton symbol. Like, I would feel it. I would see it. And I would do that in my journal. I go there in my mind, and I don't question how I got there. I just allow myself to experience it, because like attracts like. If I'm the energy of experiencing it, I can bring it to me. Cynthia, this sounds like magic. It is, if you want to. That's how I live my life, y'all. Magic and miracles. How does somebody who literally has nothing go to where she's at now within such a short span of time? Direction, focus, momentum, magic, and miracles. mastering those things, not dabbling, not trying, not having these doubts, but knowing, owning, and claiming. It's through mastering and disciplining your mind. It's not something that happens easily. It's a muscle that you really have to build through accountability, through weekly support, through, really having the steps and systems and support put into place. This is how of course, you understand Spiritual Success Experience was created. It's to be able to give you the tools to do the things that I've done every single day. I could never be the woman I am now if I did it alone. No way. All right, so you read this every single night as you're going to bed, and it's very, very important that you do it before you fall asleep. Literally, when you're like on the verge of being sleepy, I want you to like read this, feel the feels, and then allow yourself to just fall asleep into it. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what is your waking state or your sleeping state. What happens is the last thing you think of usually is what you dream of. And so when you start dreaming about the things that you were really feeling, it just becomes normal. You experience it so often that it's like, but of course, right? Who knows what I mean? Hashtag, but of course, right? But of course I have this car. But of course I have these clients that just love to come into my life. But of course I'm achieving $70,000 cash months. But of course, I'm booking this and booking that. And of course I'm like showing up and feeling good about my life and happy and waking up proud every day and excited. But of course. So you fall asleep and these things just start feeling normal. And when you wake up, it's like, I'm supported. So this is something that I really recommend. You can't just do it 1 or 2 times, okay? That's just not how it works. You have to do it consistently. But I would say after about 2-3 weeks of reading the same letter over and over and allowing myself to not have judgment, feel the feels, and waking up every day. Okay, I think we're good. Sorry. I need to call somebody. I have so many telemarketers and spammers on my phone. It's not cool. So that is something that I've had so many clients come to me and just say, holy crap, I wrote the script. I'm like, but of course, you're the director of your life. Every single thing that I have put in this book, 100%, and it felt so big, so far away, has 100% happened. Everything. And I'm not special. You can totally do it too. You just have to stick with it. You have to be consistent. You have to be a woman of your word. You have to see it through. Get it done and see it through. So this is something that I've done, but I didn't want to stop here. I want to give you a few more things. The other thing that I do is let's see. I'm sure you're like me. You have a bunch of these little guys hanging around everywhere. I particularly like rose quartz a lot, and I love my, rainbow fluorite, okay? It doesn't have to be a crystal. You don't have to run to the crystal shop if you don't have one, but I do love my crystals. You can go outside. If you're like my little McKinley, every time he goes outside, he has like a new rock, a new pebble, a new rock. They're all over my house. And we don't seem to get rid of them, so that's okay. Anyway, I put this rock next to my bed. Raven, are you still here? I always think of you. Raven was so cute. She was a client of mine in Spiritual Success Experience, and she had these little magnets. They came in pairs. They're like kind of like therapy magnets that you just kind of play with in your hand, but she had so many of them. So she would put them all over her house, and she would put them next to her desk, and she would put them next to her bed, and I think in her car. I recommend that all the time. But she was sitting there, and every time you go to bed, you have this rock next to you, and it's your gratitude rock. Gratitude rock, really, Cynthia? Yes. Yes, when you give thanks, you receive more to be thankful for. When you're being thankful, you're in receiving. When I give you something, do you receive it kind of like, oh, thanks? Or, oh, I'm not worthy of receiving? Or you're like, oh my God, thank you so much. Guess what? It's a lot more fun to give to you when you're like, oh, versus like, you know what I mean? Show God, show the universe, I love this. More, please. Hashtag give her more. Oh my God, I love it. Okay. And every single day, I think about the things that happened that day and the things I have in my life, and I feel so good. You can go from feeling absolutely crappy to feeling high off life, like literally like, when you really dig deep into your heart and think about what you're thankful for. There are so many things to be thankful for. You cannot take it granted because, again, whatever you focus on is where the momentum goes. If you're looking at all the things are going wrong, well, why do you think crap keeps happening? You have to train your brain to win the positivity game, the what if game. What if it all goes wrong? No. What if it all goes right? You constantly have been trained, conditioned to look for no's. Start taking a stance. Give yourself permission to stand in your power and be a magical, beautiful being that you are. You're a divine freaking goddess. You are literally made in the image of God. You can write the script to be the way you want it. So stop allowing it to happen to you and being a victim and blaming people on the outside of you and circumstances on the outside of you while you're not getting your shit done and accomplishing your dreams. Just do something about it. Get it done and see it through. So this beautiful rock, you keep in the side of your desk or your nightstand, and you just, before you go to bed, you feel the feels. So you feel the feels, and then I would read what we talked about here in your journal. I actually want to take it one more step. This is something that is pretty cool that I love doing. I'm that kind of person that like needs a sip of water in the middle of the night every night. So I have a glass that's always next to me. I take like just a sip because my mouth gets dry or whatnot. And first thing in the morning, I want to make sure that I drink a lot of water before I go drink coffee, because I always have coffee, but I think it's important to have water first. So anyway, what I do is with that gratitude rock is I put into it, I squeeze it, and I feel all the gratitude. I feel all the thanks. And I also am thankful for all the things that I know through unshakable faith are coming. All the things that are really, God is sending my way. And I put some prayers and I just feel gratitude. And I literally put the energy into the stone. So what I do is with the water next to my bed, I put the stone in the water. Then it's almost like a tea bag. It infuses the water with my desires, with my outcomes, with my gratitude, with beauty, with magic, with life. And so in the morning, first thing, and throughout the night, I say, like, I picture that this cup is just filled with beauty and magic. And I drink the water. I allow it to consume and become part of every cell of my being. I allow it to come into my body. And when you embody what it is you desire, that's how you bring it into the physical. And so bring it into the physical. I'm really into this stuff. So this is what I do. And it's legit like life-changing things. You have to remember, wealth is health and health is beauty. Water is fluid. Water comes and goes. It's like a wild woman. It's drinking a lot of water helps you to be able to flow and have this beautiful power too. Like, make sure you are consuming enough water. There's a part of that, but also infuse that water. There's gosh, I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but we study this. There are scientists that literally have looked at the effects of water and the power of the mind. Dr. Mokimoto? Oh my gosh, I'm hearing spirit like crazy. Somebody out here needs to hear this and look this up. Whoa, my ears are going nuts. Look, there was this class, and it was in college, and this professor had water, and he put it in like beakers of tubes, and he had everybody focus on the tubes, and it would say, on this one, I want you to, Emoto, thank you. Sorry, knows what I'm talking about. Dr. Emoto. I was like, I know. All right, so Dr. Emoto. And what he had everybody do is focus on showing positivity, love, like inspiration, just beautiful thoughts of gratitude. Send it to this particular beaker. And then this one over here, they had him think negative thoughts of hate. They even had him think of like Hitler. They sent it towards that water. They then took the water, they froze the water, and they looked under a microscope at the different snowflakes. The ones of love, the ones of beauty, the ones of gratitude were so unique and divine, like just like beautiful crystal like formations, something like a piece of art. And the ones that were hate, negative, any, doubts, fears, Hitler, they were almost like brown tinted. They were mushy and not symmetrical, and they just were like yucky, disturbing blobs. Yeah, so you guys, you did hear about, this is a normal thing, but what is that showing you? Your thoughts have power. Your feelings have so much power. They define your reality. You are the director. You are writing the script. Why don't you actually write it out the way you want to? And you couldn't see your thoughts towards those snowflakes. It doesn't matter. They exist. They exist. So don't have them work against you, have them work for you. Own your power, own your magic. And again, come hang out with me November 1st. We're going to have a 5-day workshop where we're going to be talking about really making sure that you're starving those doubts. All those things that tell you that it's not possible, it's not true, you're not ready, you have to wait, you have to figure everything out, and someday maybe you will. I want you to come, be able to open mind, let your heart open, be vulnerable, be willing, and come with me to embody the confidence of the inner badass within. I want you to learn how to starve the doubt and feed your inner feminine beast. Yay, Danielle's coming. She signed up. Who else is coming? I want you guys to hang out with me. Please, please, please definitely invite your friends. If they haven't heard of me before, tell them they're going to get the world changed. And again, too, just remember, you can go inside the guide section here. You can see literally, I think we have, oh my gosh, I would say at least 15 master classes, workshops that we've had before that you can learn. I'm not taking them down because I want you to have a source for you to be working on yourself. And again, too, if you're like, okay, you know what? I know that this is my jam. This is what I need to commit to and really hold myself accountable to make sure that I'm getting these results that I know are possible, not only through Cynthia, but literally her clients. Because again, in the guide section, you can go in there. There's over 30 videos now of women who have worked with me and what they've accomplished and what has been possible for them. Definitely, reach out to Karina if you're interested in working with us. We have the Spiritual Success Experience, which is my 12-month program where we meet every single week. We meet tonight, which I'm super excited about, where we dive in deep to these kind of concepts. If you thought today was cool, this is something we taught in maybe an eighth of one of the sessions. This is how you get hyper speed results. This is how you truly up level in all areas of success: mindset, love life, fitness, wellness, everything, business. All right. So again, I just want to invite you to November 1st. I want to invite you to Spiritual Success Experience. If you're interested in joining us, I would love to have you. But also my one-on-one work. Just remember, we're on a wait list. Positions are opening up in November if you'd like to be working with me one-on-one. And as a reminder, if you work with me one-on-one, I still absolutely love group. You not only get me one-on-one, but you'll be joining us in the group for Spiritual Success Experience. And that's a 3-month commitment for that. Ladies, it's a pleasure. Acknowledge it. Embrace it. Go do it. See it through. Bye, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hey, successful soul. Before you head to the next episode of Spiritual Success, be sure to come join me and other like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals in my Facebook group called Spiritual Success Sorority. Everyone is welcome. And if you're loving the show, you're going to love the group even more. There, I'll be engaging with you weekly in live shows, listening to your input for new weekly topics, and hosting exclusive workshops for members only. So if you're looking to really up-level your financial and personal success, meet me on over in the Spiritual Success Sorority Facebook group. See you on the inside.